All right. I can't take it. I don't know what he's going to do next. And the people that voted for him, they don't know what he's going to do next. But they have a different tone, I think. You know, I'm like, I don't know what he's going to do next, but I think they're like, I don't know what he's going to do next, man. This is crazy. Then why'd you vote for him? Hey, shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's what he ran on, so that makes sense. I mean, I'm afraid of my phone. I'm afraid of my phone. I can't check the news. I'm terrified to refresh the news browser on my phone. You wake up, you're like, do I have coffee first, or should I check it now? I don't know what he did while I was sleeping. And is there nervousness? You know, like, it's terrifying, because you know it's not going to be good. It's just not going to be good. You're not going to do it and be like, oh, okay, great. It's not going to happen. And I couldn't figure out, you know, what was that feeling that I was experiencing every time I refreshed the news browser on my phone. And it must be akin to an abusive stepfather kicking your bedroom door in just to go, I'm burning the house down. And then he walks out and shuts the door behind him. And you're sitting there with your phone going, I should go, right? Where can I go? And it's just crazy. It's just, you know, the people he's appointing is crazy. I mean, it's gotten to the point where I can say things to you that would never make sense previous. But now you'd be like, all right. Like, I can walk up to you like, hey, man, did you hear they're making the Grand Canyon a landfill? What? Yeah, they're doing that. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, I guess. But what's their logic? Well, you know, how many times you got to see that thing, you know? They're just going to do half of it, and the other half you can still see. But I bet people go see the garbage, too, because that's a lot of garbage. It's going to be a double thing now. Yeah, I mean, I could see why they would do that. It's okay to hunt at zoos now. What? Yeah, the new EPA guy, I don't know. Guess it's okay, like, right, I guess that makes sense with their logic, I guess. It's gonna be a whole different thing for the kids now, I guess, though, you know. But a lot of those animals are almost extinct anyways. Might as well just get it over with, you know. Extinction's sort of a proactive term with these guys. Some things you never thought you'd say, like, wow, these Nazis are annoying. Did I just say that? Is this real life? Did I say that? And now, like, you know, people you know for years are coming out as Trump voters. Like, they were hedging their bets for a while, but now they're like, nothing is okay to admit it to my friends. People you've known forever. They're like, yeah, I voted for him. And then that first thought is like, well, now I got a decision to make. The fuck do I do with you now? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that to everybody? Well, come on, you knew I was a Republican. I just voted party line. You know, both of them were bad. I wasn't going to vote for her. She was a crook. Was she a crook, or was she just a nice older lady that didn't understand her phone? I've got 2 email accounts on my phone. I screw up sometimes. There's no international consequence, just usually me going like, oh, shit, now that idiot has my real email address. And be hearing from him more than I want to be. But then I try to have a conversation with these people because I know them, and, you know, I don't want this polarization. At some point, we're going to have to bridge it. You know, so I'm like, just explain to me really why. I mean, how are we going to communicate now? And he's like, well, come on, man. You know, we're all Americans. And I'm like, no. Not enough. Not going to be enough. Well, come on. We you know, like you know, everyone loves, you know, Tom Petty and burritos. Yeah, that's true, but I don't think petty is enough to bridge this gap. I just don't think that he has that power at this juncture. And they're like, why would we just don't talk about politics? I'm like, here's what bugs me, man. There are people that had to climb out of their hate holes to vote for this guy. They never voted before. They had to figure out where to vote and how to do it. They had to take time away from hating, which was hard for some of them, and vote for this guy. And now you're aligned with them. You're on the same side as them. You're part of that. And they're like, well, I bet you that guy likes petty. You know, I mean, I think if you, seriously, man, if you just talk to him, stayed away from politics, they're just people, man. You know, I'm like, well, what, you mean I'm gonna go to Chipotle with that guy? Sit there and be like, wow, you prefer the bowl over the burrito? Interesting. Yeah, I like the bowl. Oh, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, Tom Petty, you like Petty? Oh, I fucking love Petty. Oh, that's cool, that's cool. I hate Jews, though, I hate Jews. Yeah, it's going south quick. Maybe we shouldn't talk about politics. As if that's politics. I don't know, man. Look, I will admit, if this guy does anything good, I'll admit it. I'm not saying it's going to be good for people that didn't vote for him, and it's still okay to say that in this country. I did not vote for him. But for us, it's not going to be good. It's always going to be horrible. We're not going to one day wake up in the next 3.5 years and go like, holy shit, this turned around. We're just going to have to eat that. We're going to have to suck that up and fight the fight that we can fight, but it's not going to be good. But if he does anything good, I'll admit it. That said, if it's much worse than we ever anticipated, which is really fucking bad, the people that voted for him are going to have to apologize. That's all. They're just going to have to apologize. I just need a little eye contact. Look, even if we only have 8 minutes, I don't know how much time I have left. Not in this set, in life. I don't know how much time I have left. I'm not sick, I'm not dying, but I don't know. You know, I'm at that point where you're getting, I'm like 53, and you start to wonder, like, how much time do I got left? And it's playing into my decision-making process. Like, if my girlfriend wants to watch a movie I don't want to watch, I'm like, no, I don't want to die during that. I don't want to. I'd hate that to be the time. Let's make a better choice. I think we can make a better choice. Like if someone comes up to me, it's like, oh man, you don't listen to Fish? You gotta listen to Fish. I don't know how much time I got left. I really, and yeah, and what if I like it? That's like the rest of my life, right? I got no more room in my heart or my mind for another jam band, man. I mean, I got half the Grateful Dead catalog in there, and I think like 3 or 4 Allman Brothers songs. I'm maxed out. I'm filled up. And if you're ever asking me this question, have you seen that documentary with it? Stop right there. I don't know how much time I got left. It's too many documentaries. They said, let's slow down on the documentaries. We're all loaded up. We got enough for now. I'm not trying to discourage anyone. There's some good ones out there, but there are some bad ones. Sometimes I think documentary filmmaking is just a Hail Mary pass for someone almost giving up on the medium. You know, like, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but just because you have an iPhone and your cat is sick doesn't make you a genius. I'm going to call it 1 out of 9. It's about my cat dying, but it's also about me accepting failure. I think this is much better than the one I made about my dad's struggle to buy pants in an unfamiliar store. I just don't know how much time I have left. And I don't think I'm afraid to die. How is that even fucking possible? I mean, he's been doing it like 35 years, right, Maron? Yeah, about 35. It's been 35. You know, like you never listen to his CDs or the podcast or his own show or Glow or the specials or nothing? And the guys are like, no, we don't fucking know this guy. And that's when I'm like, I'm going to go, I think. I think I'm going to walk away from this because I didn't work 35 years for this feeling. Not great. And your friends are kind of assholes, am I right? The guy's like, yeah, they are, but they're my bros. But look, man, I don't have to hang out with them. I can hang out with you, Marc Maron. And that's when I'm like, I don't fucking know you. I don't know you or the people you're with. But, you know, we hung out. The three of us spent a little time together. I showed his friends some stuff on my phone and me doing stuff. And I think they're on board. I think I pulled them in. Got a couple of newbies. Did a little what do you call missionary work is what I did. I just don't know. I don't know anymore. It's my job to think of funny things, to sit around and think of funny things. And a few weeks ago, I was sitting on my couch, and I realized, like, I just don't know. And then it went from there to, like, what do I know, actually? And then it went from there to, like, do I really know anything? Like, how much do I really know? And you got to be careful with this type of rabbit hole within your own brain, because it can go quickly to, like, do I even exist? Which is sort of sophomoric. But usually at that moment, I always look at my cat Monkey, and I go, well, Monkey's there, and he's looking at me, so I'm here. So Monkey's always the philosophy killer. I can always rely on him for that. But if you really think about what you really actually know, it's only a few things, like 7 things maybe everybody knows. The rest are just patterns you call a life. But like if you actually made a column of things you're pretty sure you know for sure, and then made another column of how you know those things, most of that column is like, nah, some guy told me. You know, it's not sourced material. It's clickbait and hearsay. That's all. Goes into the head, locks onto a feeling. You're like, that sounds good. I'm going to tell other people that. And that's how brand marketing works, and also fascism, we're finding. So what is the point? The point is, like somebody, like, I don't know, look, I take vitamins, all right? I take them every day. I take vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, and every day they're in my hand. I look at them, and in my heart, I think, these don't fucking do anything. There's no way they do anything. I know they don't do anything, but other part of me believes that they do. You can actually believe something that you know is bullshit. It's a problem. So now, man, I take them every day because, you know, I'm afraid to die, and I think it's going to give me a leg up. That's why everybody takes them, right? It's gotten to the point where if I don't take them, I've actually driven back to my house to take vitamins I know don't fucking do anything, because I believe that might be the day I get whatever it's going to be that I get. Do you understand? All right. I think the deeper point here is, you never know when someone's going to dump some shit into your head that's going to ruin your life, or at least change it for months, or just cause you trouble. And it could be just in passing, somebody just drops shit into your head, and you have to deal with it. Like, you could just be having a day, and somebody maybe you know or don't know that well goes, you taking turmeric? What? Turmeric, are you taking it? Turmeric? Yeah, you got to take that shit. Turmeric. Yup. The spice? Yeah. You got to take it. Turmeric, the spice. Yeah, man, you got to take that. The spice that you buy once to make an Indian recipe, and you never use it again, and it stains your wooden spoon, that turmeric? Yeah, you got to take that shit. I do? Yup, for what? Inflammation. Of what? Just general inflammation. What is that? It's the new bad thing that causes all the other bad things. What happened to cholesterol? It turns out that's good for you. What? When did that happen? Turmeric, huh? Who told you about this? My trainer. All right, so the guy who wanted to do something else with his life saw something online, told you, and now you're dumping it into my head. Now I got to worry about whether I'm going to take turmeric or not? And I apologize. I know it's a little condescending to trainers, and some people get a little weird about that. I don't know why. Is that a surprise? Most trainers, wasn't their life goal, all right? They had other plans. The team didn't work out. They didn't make the team. They were at the gym a lot anyways. Whatever. Just wasn't the big plan for them, all right? They ended up there. And they can take this criticism.